Oh, folks, what's going on? As usual, raw video, because this is the April Videocast for Mobile Ministry Magazine. Now, I want to thank you for tuning in for the past many months as we've been doing these videocasts. It's really been a pleasure. I really like the small format of being able to come to you with snippets of thoughts and ideas of data that has come forth each and every month. As these have gone on. So welcome to this month. We're going to talk about just a few things on this month. As usual, we try to keep it short, less than 8 minutes for the most part. So let's jump into it. My name is Antoine Wright. I'm the founder and primary voice behind Mobile Ministry Magazine. And one of the neat things that you come across, if you will, when you're doing an endeavor like Mobile Ministry Magazine is the question and response between churches, church media groups, faith media groups on the presence of faith in various aspects of society. Sometimes this presence of faith is how do we respond to a particular endeavor. The other parts is how does the church respond. And so I kind of want to talk about 3 questions that I gotten earlier in the week. I've already sent some answers to, but just like a previous video, I kind of want to give a response to what is the church's response to mobile going forward. And so the first question said, how do I see mobile technology affecting churches going forward? Now, one of the things I want to preface in answering that is that mobile is no longer new. It's not novel. It was new a half decade ago. It was kind of sort of new to some of you folks 2 years ago. But if right now you are just coming into the thought set, the mindset that, I got to jump into mobile, well, you're really late. And so affecting churches going forward means that mobile first kind of thinking comes forward. Not app first, not service first, not I got to make sure that my phone, my website works on a phone, but really that, what kind of communication actions can we facilitate via mobile that makes a lot of good sense. So for example, instead of just restricting your audio video team to just using, large cameras in order to take pictures, to do video of sermons and special events, now you can start using those persons with mobile devices and take a better, a wider, a richer view of those events by every person's mobile camera that is on their person being able to take part in that experience. What about those of you who are doing educational endeavors? This idea of massive online courses, well, look at the idea of a mobile online course. What lessons can you teach either via text message or packaging into an application or even packaging into a website that's accessible over a mobile phone with those resources that are available? Those are things that are going to affect the church going forward, thinking differently, thinking natively about how mobile looks. Now, how do I think churches should go about doing it? Honestly, I think that they first need to admit that, you may or may not know mobile. Now, knowing mobile doesn't simply mean that you throw an app together and you've got 1,000 people a week downloading your app. That just means that you have something that people want. Knowing mobile means that you're actually cultivating a devices, services, experience mix that otherwise wouldn't be able to be as clean, as inventive without that mobile component. Now, I would argue that churches should all subscribe to either going to the Mobile Ministry Forum's course, which is going on right now, mobileministryforum.org. They've got a mobile ministry course going on right now, really inexpensive for you to get started, and it's good for the everyman, for every person in the church to get started. Or you can take the course that I'm doing at the Christian Leadership Alliance in Azusa Pacific, which is designed more for leaders, strategists, those folks who are setting policy in terms for your organizations. That mobile ministry course is a little more geared there, and it will give you a little bit more in the way of how to set up, design, and cultivate mobile ministry organizations or mobile ministry practices in your organizations. Those are the kind of things that churches really need to do to go forward. Now, tips. Which was the third question. What are some tips for how a church should integrate or use mobile technology to advance in ministry? Tip number one, my favorite tip of all, experiment. Okay, you can't just find a book on all of this stuff, simply speaking, because there aren't many books on this stuff. There's like 3 max, and then every one of those books are outdated as soon as they come on board. Yes, there's Mobile Ministry Made Easy. Definitely want to recommend that for a lot of you who are looking to do mobile ministry. Mobile Ministry Made Easy, also available via the Mobile Ministry Forum website or via mobileministrymagazine.com. You can download it, or you can go to mobileadvance.org and download it. So you got 3 sites, 3 resources where you can go ahead and take forward on that. You notice how all of them say mobile ministry, because that's the point. Second, this is the idea of experimentation. Experimentation meaning get out and do something. Put the device, put a service in somebody's hands, and then look and see what it's going to do. You've got a youth group, who wants to do a lot of stuff with Instagram. Okay, ask them how their use of Instagram can forward the church's mission to their specific age group or demographic group. You got a group, we've got a group in the Charlotte, North Carolina area called Charlotte One, and they've done a really, really, really bang up job using group messages, text messaging notification, just to let folks know of what's going on in terms of service projects that are happening in the area. Though those kind of small experiments blow up and become big things. They become lessons that you can learn later, and then eventually you be able to, kind of have a mobile ministry methodology. Now, if you're looking to do something mobile, or if you've been doing a mobile project and you're not sure if it's been working, over at mobleministrymagazine.com, we've got a mobile ministry methodology. You can take a look at that methodology and run up against that methodology what you've been doing in your project, and it'll give you a great idea. This has been working, this hasn't been working. This has been working well, this hasn't been working well. We should have did this in part 2 instead of doing this in part 3. Those are the kind of thoughts and mindsets that you really want to have as you go forward. All right, so 3 questions on how churches are affected by mobile going forward. I hope those answers help you and your church out, or help you and your ministry out. And you know what? If you need a little bit more than that, really check out mobileministrymagazine.com. We've got over 4,000 articles on the subject. We've been writing this stuff since 2004. So there's a lot at play. If you are a missions group and you're really looking at, hey, listen, we're really more focused in mobile and missions, check out Mobile Advance. Check out the Mobile Ministry Forum. Both of those groups are doing some really, really, really smash up work in terms of helping you understand mobile specifically in the context of missions and evangelism. If you're looking at mobile in the context of education, you've got Albadine Christian, you've got Biola University, who are all on the front end of these. University of Central Florida, I don't want to miss those guys. Wycliffe, Campus Crusade, who are all doing mobile ministry in an education discipleship context. And then you've got groups such as CBN, Crew, the Jesus Film, Faith Comes by Hearing, who are all doing mobile and media and have these really, really, really good content libraries that they're pulling forward, life libraries that they are moving forward that are good. You're looking for mobile in terms of a seminary mindset or a theological mindset. Look at the work that Logos, Olive Tree, those guys have done. Look at the work that Gordon Cromwell is doing. These are folks that are doing mobile in all of these special areas. And as a church, we have to pull on all of these areas if we want to see mobile move forward as one of those components that the body is able to use in order to go forward. Now, you can check out, faithvillage.com. That's one of many communities. You can check out Mobile Ministry Magazine. You can check out Mobile Ministry Forum. You can check out the mobmin hashtag on Twitter, Pinterest, Facebook, Google+. All of those conversations are going on, helping you better understand what mobile looks like. This has been Antoine Wright for your April Videocast, talking about churches and mobile and what it looks like going forward. Check us out at mobileministrymagazine.com. Check us out at mobmin mag on Twitter, or just check out the mobmin hashtag on any social network that you can think of. We are probably present, we're most likely talking, and hopefully we can connect together and show you what God is doing with these small little mobile devices and this faith that we hold so valuable. Thank you for your time and your attention. Peace.